Plaintiff Jamila Abdullah says she lives in the same neighborhood as the defendant. And one day this past summer, she witnessed the defendant's son slam a brick into her car trunk. Jamila claims the defendant acknowledged that the vandalism was an intentional act and even agreed to pay for the damages. But Jamila has yet to see a dime. Defendant Valerie Brzezinski says her son is far from an angel, and she's had a lot of problems with him, to the point where she told his school to call the police on him. Valerie admits that she whooped her son after the incident, but she refuses to pay because the plaintiff refused to work with her.
Prove your case.
Well, I came home from work around 4:30, and I was on the roof. It was a new neighborhood, so I didn't know many people. My witness was there upstairs with us. It was a little barbecue, just family and friends. I hear a lot of noise downstairs. I know it's a lot of kids in the neighborhood, so I'm looking over the edge, and I see a group of kids, and one of the kids, the defendant's son, he had a brick, and he slams the brick in my car trunk. And so I run downstairs after this, and I tell my roommate.
Could you tell why? I mean, was he throwing it at a friend?
No, he wasn't throwing. He just picked it up, slammed it on my trunk, and laughed afterwards. So I knew it was purposely after he laughed, and all of his friends were laughing, whatever. So then my neighbor grabs him, I guess. I'm running down the stairs, and then I start telling him, I'm like, do you have any money, to pay for this? Call your mom, because police are coming. Mm-hmm. And then he starts trying to walk fast away from me to his uncle's on the corner. So I'm following him. I said, no, you're not going anywhere. I don't know your name. I don't know your address. I don't know anything about you. Call your mom. Mm-hmm. So I follow him to his uncle's. He stops. He talks to his uncle. His uncle comes up to me and introduces himself. And my neighbor that held him told me that him and his friends are known to break cars.
We don't even live in that neighborhood.
Exactly. Right. Well, yeah, I know that much. He don't live.
Just come over there to break the cars, huh?
Right.
Go ahead. She said right. She said right. Go ahead. And so the discussion with the uncle was.
Oh yeah. Then she comes afterward. He calls the mom. Then she comes, and then she looks at it and she says, "Oh yeah, it doesn't look like a mistake. It looks like purposely done. Whatever."
She said he threw the rock.
Hold on, ma'am. I'll give you a chance.
After she saw it and she told me she was going to pay for it, whatever.
Okay, that's what I needed to hear.
Took responsibility for it.
Let me hear from you, ma'am. Give me your side.
First of all, I know my son is not an angel. I have a lot of problems with him. I have school have called me. It came to the point that don't call me, call the police.
Do you have
I'm not.
Did you seek counseling for him?
Yes. And also a PENS.
What happened to the counselor?
He went to counseling. After 3 sessions, they discharged him. Why? So now I'm waiting for a referral for something else.
Okay. Did you speak with them about why they discharged him?
Because he got suspended from school last year. And they said that he needed to see somebody else before they come see him.
He needed to see a different counselor?
Right.
Okay, so did he see one?
But he has been suspended from school.
Did he see one?
No, actually I called them.
His entire life, he only went to 3 sessions?
No, that was this year for that counseling. Yes, he went 3 sessions.
All right, how about the other years?
None.
Okay, but yet he's been troubled all along.
But it's a program in his school that they provide for him.
Right, well, you only had 3. Wherever they provided, you've only taken him to 3.
All right.
Whether they provided in school, next door, around the corner, an emergency room, wherever they provided, you've only taken him 3 times.
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay, well, on that particular occasion, they called me. I knew I couldn't leave him alone too long anyway, but he was under supervision of other adults. So when I come back to the car.
Who are those adults?
Who are they?
Yes.
Close friends, which he just say he's his uncle. They live over there on the west side.
How far from where he was?
A block, at the end of the block.
Okay.
So I come back and they called me on the phone and say, you better get back over there. The police out here with Hassan. So I go to the car. The police meet me down at her car, and I see the damage. So I'm like, if he threw the brick, it wouldn't be a damage like that. That looked like he had to go up to the car and bang on the car at least 3 times with the brick. So I took a picture of it myself. So the police told me I had an option whether I could agree to pay for it or they could send him to a detention center and I still would have to pay for it. So I agreed to do so. So after I walked away, I literally whooped my son with the belt outside in front of everybody because that's something I just don't tolerate from him, So the people across the street where my son was being supervised from said, well, if you would have seen how she came outside pressing your son like she wanted to fight him, cussing him out, telling him she's not a prostitute, she don't get her money out on the street, she works a full-time job, that you probably wouldn't whoop your son like that because she had no business going in his face like that.
Really?
Yes.
She had no business telling him I work hard and I don't work it.
She was in his face like she wanted to put her hands on him.
Yeah, she should be in his face.
Right, okay.
But she didn't touch him.
She didn't.
Right.
That's true.
So now what? What other defense do you have for your son?
All right.
Other than she shouldn't have been in his face. She was wrong. And
because
he was what?
Because he's a child. That's right. So she should have came to me. Whatever she had to say to my son.
No, you weren't around, and neither were these adults that you claim were supervising him from way down the block. Right. Neither of you were around when he was bricking her car. Did you agree to pay for him bricking her car?
I said to her in front of the police, I said, I'm a single parent with 4 kids, so I would appreciate if you get 2 estimates and not just 1. She said, okay. So she called me with the first estimate, and she said it was $480. I said to her, that seemed a little high for your car. So she said, okay, well, I got somebody else that's gonna fix the car. And she called me back like the next week or whatever. And she said, I got somebody that's gonna fix my car for $250. So give me the information to the person that's gonna fix your car and I will make payment arrangements with him because I don't have $250 just to pay for your car.
Well, how were you gonna pay for it then? You just said something that didn't make sense. You said, give me the direct contact for this person and I'll pay them because I don't have $250 to be paying. What make you think this man was going to take his installments?
Okay, well, I was going to ask him.
You didn't even know him.
Because I didn't have $250 just to pay on my pocket.
What do you have there? I'm going to get her out of here because she don't even make sense to herself, let alone to me. She should have gotten in your son's face. She should have sued you as she has. Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
That she's not a prostitute. That's not, she don't get her money. She work a full-time job. That's not, she don't do no type of hustle or nothing.
Yeah, I did say that. I said I work hard for my money. I work 40 hours a week. I told him to pull out whatever cash he has in his pocket just to prove a point. I work with kids. I understand, that some are bad, some are good, but I understand that also parents take, responsibility for their children's mistakes.